give you any information at all about the Black Lodge when you joined the production?
No, there was nothing given whatsoever. It was a complete. Well, even my scene itself, David had came to me and says, Christian. He changed my name to Christian. I don't know why, but it became that. He says, I want you to crouch down like this. I want you to move your arms back and forth. Like, he's kind of just showing me something. He says, walk over to that car, look in the back window. I went and I did that. He goes, all right, cut, moving on. What? So there was no opportunity for me to understand what I was actually doing, what the purpose was, or anything. It was over before it even started.
Do you have any personal ideas about what your woodsman character is?
No.
Any interpretation?
No, I don't think I think it's very difficult because we could be in so many different, it depends on what timeline we're talking about. Do we cross into other timelines? There's so many different things that you would have to realize first before you could even come up with your first realization. So it's almost a conundrum.
And not knowing the purpose, like the purpose of your character, right? How do you just walk in and do your scene? Does it make you feel lighter, freer, not knowing?
Yes, I think it first starts with a trust in the director to know that what he's asking you to do is what he needs, and then that gives you the freedom to just be able to act accordingly. I know there was somebody on set that had asked why he would do that particular action, and the response was, because I'm going to give you a paycheck, now do it. And I thought, and that's very true, because the guy needed to trust that what David was asking for is what David needed, and then apply all the acting skills you got to give just that, and go into some mystical, magical world where you have to know your purpose. In this case, you don't need to do that. David's already done that for you.
That's a good line.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a quick shot. Since I have you right here. That's great.
I like the picture taking.
Is the best part of being part of a David Lynch project just being a part of a David Lynch project?
Yeah, I said that being on set was so surreal. It was like being in a David Lynch film. And that's very, very true. It's a surreal experience. It's completely different than anything else I've ever worked on. The feel of the set, the heart of the people that love that creative process that he uses so much. It brought a whole different spirit. We enjoyed it.
So when you were on set, you didn't realize that the woodsmen were like healing the evil Dale Cooper, or did you realize that later?
Well, I would suppose that if that's what you come up with, that was actually a healing, because that may not be. Maybe it was the healing. Maybe it wasn't such a good thing after all. I mean, it would be an interpretation, which is what I love about this film, because whatever seed is planted in your mind to come up with the end story is the creative process.
Or taking the Bob seed out of temporary.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the whole thing leads to even more mystery about who we are. I mean, are we Hell's EMTs? Is that a good thing? Or are we possibly an evil entity that maybe shouldn't be doing the things that we do? Maybe it's going to make it worse. It's just so wide open.
Or maybe good entities that are beyond human understanding, working toward a goal that we can't truly comprehend.
Yes, and see, from my heart, that's what I feel that. It does feel like that. I'm a good entity that is working for the good of whatever's going to come out. Yeah.
I mean, we see ourselves as good entities, but if we step on an ant, does the ant see us as good entities?
That's very true. That's very, very true.
What is it like being part of a project where you do get like so many like fan theories, people like questioning like what it is? Like I would say like this show, Lost, maybe Westworld, like shows that it's like such an impassioned fan base that want to know everything. Like have you ever been a part of anything like that? What's it like to be a part of like the zeitgeist of Twin Peaks?
Yeah. It teaches you a bit of a discipline, which is to keep your own thought process out of the discussion, because many people take what I say as canon because I was on the set. So of course my opinion really counts, and it doesn't. So it comes into a discipline where you really just have to be careful not to give any form of information at all so it doesn't get misconstrued. But even then, there's assumptions made from every interview I've ever done that people think, oh, well, that's because of this, and I never really said that. And I think that's still, again, the magic of it is it's up to the fans to make up what things are, and it's up to me to not dirty those waters.
Everybody wants to know, will there be another Twin Peaks? Obviously, it lies with Mark and David. Would you like to see a continuation of this story?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I absolutely, and even if I wasn't involved in it, I would like to see it for the fan base, which I adore so much. These people, they love Twin Peaks. Every single character, every single blade of grass as they'll go and to visit the places that it was shot. I think they deserve to see it continue on. So I would love to see it.
In the show, Philip Jeffries used to be an FBI agent, but later on he becomes like a piece of like steam iron. If you could like transform from your current form into like an object or an abstract idea, what would you want to transform into?
Oddly enough, I would like to transform into a wheelchair, of all things, to be able to provide someone who doesn't have the abilities to move, to be able to move.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Great answer.
Thank you for the insight. Although we know you can't give us much.
I do have something I could give you that you might like. I just thought about it. Well, it is. I have 2 minutes with Kyle in his next movie, directed by Eli Roth and Eric Gipsy.
Congratulations.
That comes out in September. But it's just 2 minutes, me and Kyle. You'll definitely recognize it. I can't really tell you much more about that. But definitely look forward to it.
So David Lynch, he'll call you Chris John.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about correcting him, and did you have to tamp that down?
That's interesting. No, the level of respect is so high for David. You wouldn't want to correct him. It just wouldn't seem right. Chris John sounded right to me. It sounded like it just came out of my mother's mouth when I was born.
Because if someone did that to me, I'd kind of be like, it's David Lynch. Okay.
I think by just being able to give it up because of this, David, it's just that much more of a testament to how much of a great person he keeps expecting to be. Creativity and trust.
Thank you, Chris, for the great work.
Do you have to switch up?
I'll do it.
Thank you.